It's wonderful having you here. And I trust all of you can hear me. You are all muted. And we are doing our very first ever hybrid Meet Me at the Museum. Woohoo! And it is figuring it all out, because in this case, I'm in the room with Deb and her program, but I'm going to be sharing the program with you on Zoom. Oh, the guy looking over my shoulder, that's my better half, is distracting. You're distracting.
What do I do?
How about, let's do that. Okay.
Can I
It's
look
nothing
up every
personal.
once in a while?
Yeah, okay. Apparently that's very distracting. So, okay. So anyway, this hybrid thing, a little more complicated than we realized, but we are on our way, and hopefully everything will go. Just because we have two laptops in the room simultaneously, and we're doing things back and forth as we are, well, that means we have to be real careful not to have any feedback. We have to turn off one or turn off the other. I need a bigger hat. You are absolutely right, Elaine. To block out my husband. Well, anyway, welcome to Meet Me at the Museum. And I do want to mention that because Deb Carson is still presenting this program regularly out and about. She's presenting it very actively. As a matter of fact, this month we are recording the program, but we're not going to place it up on YouTube. We'll probably maybe use some excerpts of it as a teaser and direct people to Deb's site. But this will be one rare instance where we won't record the whole program and edit it and place the whole thing up on YouTube. So I'm glad you're here with us, but for those who missed the program, want to see it again, Deb is presenting it all around the area, and I'll tell you more about that as we go forward. In the meantime, I want to invite our president, Bob Fortner, to come up and speak to us. And I'm going to put this on speaker, the mic you're seeing. So I'm going to mute me again. This is a little clunky, but because I'm in the room, going to mute.
This is our first, as Joy mentioned, our first hybrid meeting, welcoming both Zoomers and Boomers to our museum. And it's a perfect topic, flow, since we are affirming everything will indeed flow smoothly throughout this presentation. And I want to thank all of our board members and other volunteers for your help, not only with putting on this program this evening, but also for everything you do for the museum, and especially the guy who's hiding behind Joy and peeking out every now and then, Mark Guthrie. He's been essential in setting up the sound and video for tonight. I want to point out that one of our members was recognized for her Palm Harbor contributions. Terry Fortner was awarded Citizen of the Year by the Palm Harbor Chamber of Commerce, and there's her.
We should bring out that trophy and show it.
It sits there, yes. So yeah, that's true. They can't see it. We'll get it on there somehow. Terry also happens to be coordinating our native Florida tree and plant installation, made possible by a Pinellas County MSTU grant. So if you want to participate in planting or watering our new plants, please see Terry or email her or Facebook her, and she will get you set up. She's going to be setting up a schedule for people to come in and water every day so that we can make sure that these plants get off to a great start. I also want to acknowledge our major sponsor, the Pinellas Community Foundation. The Faith Mission Grant has made our new exhibits possible. If you haven't seen them, you definitely want to get to the museum and check them out. They are world class. So I wanted to invite those of you who are here to stay for refreshments in Ida's Kitchen, and you have a chance to renew your membership. Jim will be in the office kitchen to do that, or take any donations by means of Square. So thank you, Jim, for being here, and thank everyone. And I'm going to turn it back over to Joy.
Hopefully you can hear me now, and I am delighted you are here. We have several people in the room with us, and I apologize in advance for a bit of the clunkiness while I get it all together. So this is the book, Becoming Flow. And as it says on the back of the book about the author, fascinated by her great uncle Albert's circus tales, Deb Carson researched his life and circus history while earning her master's at USF St. Pete. She is an artist, musician, and photographer, living her dream as a writer and transforming this book into a multimedia presentation and documentary. So you are going to learn all about this amazing individual, Flo. But I want to tell you more about Deb Carson. And I do want to mention, if any of you are interested in purchasing the book, there are copies of the book here, and those who are here have a visual display of Flo's life, as well as copies of the book that they can have signed for them. If you are interested in that, then just email Deb directly at debcarsonwrites@gmail.com. I'll put it in the chat box. Or leave your information and one of us or Deb will get in touch with you. You can actually purchase the book online, but if you'd like a signed copy and you want to be in touch with Deb, I'll put her email into the chat box so you can get in touch with her, and you can also visit her website online. So Deb Carson, as she writes in her bio, takes a great deal of pride in a rich and multifaceted professional and educational training. She early on had vocal talent, a good ear, great stage presence, and that led her to perform in community stages and academic stages, and freshman year as a vocal major. This led her to the study of prose, poetry, and drama, oral interpretation literature, and it brought her to the iconic performance school in Boston, Emerson College. She was only 6 months from graduating when she left Emerson, intending to return the next semester to complete her degree. But as she said, fate intervened because she was led into a successful career that has lasted decades in community relations, communications, public relations, corporate communications, and marketing functions for many organizations, including Johns Hopkins Health System in Baltimore, Virginia Ports in Norfolk, Stetson College of Law in Gulfport, Jacksonville, Florida's PBS and NPR stations, and most recently the Palladium Theater in St. Petersburg, before she finally did complete that BA from St. Petersburg's Eckerd College. Soon after that, she was working full-time at the Palladium. She entered grad school and 2 years later earned her MLA in Florida Studies at the University of Florida, St. Petersburg. So for her master's thesis, she wrote the first iteration of a book that had swirled in her head for years. That original manuscript was something that she worked on for the next 10 years, and in 2021 published it. And that is Becoming Flo, a mostly true story that has launched a second career in literary arts and has incorporated diverse creative talents that blend all of that experience, speaking on stage, performance, multimedia, and many other things she loves to do. And in this program, she has put together historic and colorful photographs. She has been met with rave reviews on this program from literary sites, as well as a number of publications that have seen her speak, and she is presenting it all around the area. So I'll be putting that information in the chat box, but in the meantime, I want to introduce you to Deb Carson and Becoming Flo.
Thank you so much for coming. I'm so thankful that all of you are here live, all of you are here on chat. That's me on the left in the blonde wig. My sister Sue is on the right, and our dad, took this picture of us with our Uncle Albert in 1965 in the tiny Sarasota home he shared with my maternal grandparents, when our famous uncle was off the road and in rehearsals for January's opening of the next Ringling season. My Uncle Albert's life was more amazing than I ever knew, and I thought it was pretty amazing to begin with. It was a rare story. Abraham was welcomed in by his first circus family, the Lamont Brothers Circus. It was, after all, America in the 1920s. Anti-Semitism abounded, particularly in the entertainment world. Abraham Isadore Meyrowitz became Albert White. Young Albert was working hard, improving every facet of his performing skills, which were ample. Keeping his eye on the prize, Albert viewed the Hagenbeck Wallace as a stepping stone to the Ringling show, which of course it was. Albert's clown friend, Kenny Dodd, held out a convincing argument to join him on Ringling's nearest rival, the bigger Cole Brothers show. Flo was in her glory. Her dream was finally realized, a member of Ringling's star-studded clown alley. She shone in the spotlight and out, no longer making her own costumes, which she did for years.
Anything we've missed or anything you would like to add?
My gratitude. This is, if you are local and you have not yet been to the Palm Harbor History Museum, you must come here. I didn't know about it. A friend recommended me for speaking here this evening. They are an amazing group. They are a wealth of knowledge, their collection is amazing. Their monthly speakers are incredible. And the themes that they choose are almost always related to culture and social justice issues and just timely, rich discussion. So please, Palm Harbor Museum, their website is easy to find because it's the same as their name, thepalmharbormuseum.com.
And I know you have some programs coming up, and we really like to support the local venues that present them. If you want to mention where you're going to be, if anyone wants to come out and see you.
Yes,
again.
It won't be through Zoom, so you have to come live. I will be at St. Petersburg Public Library, the South County branch on Roy Hanna Drive, Thursday at 6 o'clock, the 23rd, whatever date that is. And then the following week, on the 28th, I will be in downtown St. Pete at the Florida Craft Art Gallery at 5th and Central Avenue, doing the presentation that you attended here this evening. Any book sales that come from this evening, either from the group here tonight or anybody who buys online because of the program tonight, I will donate back $5 for every book sold to the museum.
Great, and those are all on your Facebook page.
They're all on my Facebook page. I have another in September that is I will post about, that may be in downtown St. Pete, and in October 27th, I believe that's going to be an afternoon one at 1 o'clock. October 27th at 1 o'clock at the Gulfport Library.
And Barb Carrier says, wonderful and timely presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks to
Any
everyone
lovely
for
comments?
joining in tonight.
Thank you all so much for coming.
Thank you.
Next month, we have a wonderful program with Sharon Lamb presenting Taking Care of Business, Palm Harbor's downtown, Florida Avenue, 1878 to 2022. And it's a look at the development of Palm Harbor as it was as Sutherland originally, and then becoming Palm Harbor in 1925, the various businesses, hotels, the properties downtown, and how the remaining businesses that date to that time or quite early got started. It'll be a wonderful program. The flyer and information are up right now on the website, so go to palmharbormuseum.com. You can see the information on next month's Meet Me at the Museum. It is, as all of them, the third Wednesday at 6:30, so that is the 20th. Check that on the website or our Facebook page. It's up in both places right now, and you can reserve at Eventbrite. Starting next month, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let them send out whatever they send out, but in addition to that, whoever is signed up, whatever email addresses are there, I will send out to everyone as well to make sure that everyone gets the link. Because something odd happened on this particular one, but I'm glad we got most of you. Thank you so much, all of you. We're so delighted that you were here with us, and thank you for your donations. We depend on them to keep these programs and other programs and activities going. We're deeply grateful for that, and your memberships. If you haven't become a member or renewed your membership, please do on the site at palmharbormuseum.com, and come visit us Thursdays through Saturdays from 10 to 2. Thank you all. Good night. Bye-bye.